My ability to do the splits proved invaluable when my car broke down.
Right.
Wow.
Lee's team.
To establish the facts, can you do the splits?
Yes, I can.
Well, here's an
Could
interesting
you-
thing, because
could
may I
you-
be the first to say, Kimberly, that you... I mean, I'm taking a risk saying it, but are pregnant.
I am pregnant.
Thank God. We wouldn't ask you to do the splits now, obviously.
If you want to see the splits,
Not
I
whilst you're
can
pregnant.
do them.
You could do the splits now, even though you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Let's
What,
see
are you
it.
some kind of freak?
Let's hold that
I'm
for a
a
minute. Let's hold that.
dancer.
For now, let's assume she can.
Hang on. The whole nation now wants
You're
to see
turning down the chance
splits.
to see a pregnant pussycat doll do the splits.
Look,
I can't believe
Can
it.
you... It's not the whole nation. It's roughly half.
that is so untrue.
Okay, ready?
Kimberly, I'm very happy to tell you, it's a boy.
OK, let's assume that she can do the splits.
She can do the
She can do the
splits.
splits, but the
We
card...
thought...
Yeah, but well, the card doesn't say I can do the splits, does it? The card says... What did the card say again?
My ability to do the splits proved invaluable when my car broke down.
OK,
Right,
so what
now-
happened?
Yes.
So I was driving to LA to look for a job as a dancer, and my car started smoking and, like, leaking. So I pulled to the nearest truck stop or...
Petrol station,
petrol
services.
station, thank
Services.
you. Yes. And wanted to fix the car myself. So I intended to lift the bonnet...
Good start.
assess the situation and fix it.
Right.
But the bonnet of the car was really heavy.
Can I not just check? Don't you lot call it the hood?
I do, but I've been here, living here for 5 years, so my language is starting to shift.
Or get better, as we call it.
My husband says he's fixing me, yes. So the bonnet is really heavy, and the thing that holds the bonnet up is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, dear.
I'm in a pickle. So I look...
Is your leg about to...
So I look for a
you're not going to
stick.
tell her. No way. Is that where this is leading?
I know I want to put oil in my car, and I need 2 hands to do it.
No.
So the
No
shop helped me
way.
make, like, a funnel.
No.
And I had the other hand with the oil, but
Yeah.
I needed to get the bonnet up. So I used my leg.
No.
What could you
so
get
I
a truck
could
driver?
fill the oil.
Whoa. Oh, even better. There was someone helping you with the thing. Why didn't you say, actually, is there any chance you could hold it? And that's when the little Welsh helper said, no, I think it's better that you do it. I think it'd be better if you did it.
So the hood is up, you've got your leg up. What happened then?
Then I was putting oil in my car, in
Yeah.
the engine. I heard a couple of guys chuckling
While doing the splits?
while doing the
Why
split.
didn't you ask the guys to help you?
Well, you know what, Lee? That's exactly what happened. I turned around and I said, do you want to help me?
And
they
these
both...
two chuckling guys, they weren't the Chuckle Brothers, were they?
They may have been. They
right.
crossed their arms and said, mm-mm,
No.
and continued to laugh.
So is there not a world in which you can put everything on the floor, lift the hood up with one hand,
yes.
take the lid off, get the funnel, put the funnel
Hang on,
in...
where are you putting the chicken and the fox?
I suppose you're reaching down a bit, but I suppose it's tricky. But it would definitely be... It would be tricky, but it would be higher up the list than I'll use my foot.
So what do you think? Is it the truth?
Well, I'm torn here, because I wouldn't give it a moment's thought. This is definitely a lie. But she can do it. She can stick her leg in the air quite high.
It's a lie, she can do it, but she didn't need to do it. She wouldn't have done it.
What I can't believe is that if 2 old gits won't come and help you, of all people, to do your car, then America is finished. So I kind of don't believe it, really. I can't believe that 2 people wouldn't
Because
help.
this has turned the British
If
public.
it was me...
Up until now, we were quite positive about your country.
The special relationship ends
It
here.
ends now.
So, Lee, what's it going to be?
So you're both saying a lie. I'll go with my team and say it's got to be a lie.
It's a lie. Kimberly, truth or lie?
It is... True.
No way!
When I worked in a shoe shop, my boss was called Mr. Clog. Remarkably, I've had 3 other jobs where my boss's name was directly related to their profession.
What?
The obvious question to ask is, what were those jobs and what were these people's names?
Yeah, it is an obvious question. Is it maybe too obvious a question? Maybe go somewhere else first, just...
I want to know about the first. Just tell us one of the jobs.
At school, I worked in a warehouse and the boss was called Mr. Foreman.
Mr. Foreman? OK. And what was your job? Getting stuff down from the top shelf,
Yeah.
what was the...
How would you rate Foreman as a boss? If he was suspicious, would he grill you?
Foreman? Yeah, listen. Very good.
Okay.
Why did you have so many jobs? Did you keep getting sacked?
No further questions.
What were the other 2 jobs?
Yeah, what was the other jobs?
I worked in... Do you remember the predecessor to Iceland, which was B-Jam?
Yeah.
My supervisor was called John Frost.
Frost, B-Jam. You can see why B-Jam didn't last, because people will go, why don't they just call it honey? Your final job was?
Well, it was my first ever job in television.
And that was?
It was a researcher on a computer games programme.
OK, and your boss is called?
My boss is called Tony Verrill.
What does Verrill mean?
That's
in relation to
what do you mean? It's a surname, but his initials were TV.
Of all these bosses that you remember, Richard, who would you say was your favourite boss? What was it about that boss that made them
Well,
so
John Frost
adorable?
wasn't really my boss, so I liked him. We had a bit more of a relationship. Mr. Foreman, I found that was quite stressful. This was one of my first ever jobs. And Tony Verrill still works in the industry, so I will not be passing comment.
Tony Verrill still works
in the industry.
I've never come across him.
Yeah, I've not come across Tony
Have you come
Verrill.
across him, David?
Yeah, I think I've worked with Tony. Sure, not 100%, but yeah.
Do you know who Tony Verrill is?
I know.
Tony Verrill?
No, never heard of him.
It's weird that none of us 3 have heard of Tony Verrill, and yet all you 3 have heard of Tony Verrill.
Catherine
hasn't.
Catherine has or hasn't?
I haven't, but it rings a bell.
Oh, so you...
What do you think, truth or lie?
Truth or a lie?
Well, the thing is, I think you're almost certainly sort of geeky enough to keep a record of that sort of thing, and it's the type of thing that would amuse you. And you'd remember at the time. On the other hand, it's also the type of thing that you could quickly construct to be clever. It's a challenging one.
What do you think?
Lie?
Yes, I think so.
We'll have to say lie.
You say lie. OK.
Because of Tony Verrill.
Richard, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Claude, what is Ian to you?
Well, this is Ian, and he's keeping my motorbike in his shed, and my wife doesn't know that I've actually got a motorbike.
Jordan, how do you know Ian?
This is Ian. We used to regularly drive to a field together and howl at the moon.
And David, what is your relationship with Ian?
This is Ian. He's the taxi driver who cooked me a fried egg sandwich on the engine of his car.
Why would you bath in the moon? Because full moon, you know, like, that's what you do.
Oh, so you would only...
you don't.
You would only do the full moon?
Yeah, it'd be a full moon.
Where would you do this?
A field.
How old were you?
4. My mum was there, and some of her friends.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
And do you know how old he is? Roughly.
4.
I noticed you had to glance there, Jordan, just
40.
to check. 40? So he's 15 years older than you. So when you were 4, he was 19, right? What's your relationship with this man?
He's like my mum's mate.
He's your mum's friend, and so your mum would howl at the moon?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, my mum loves the moon. In fact,
sounds like you all love the moon.
yeah. My mum's name's actually Emma Luna because she likes the moon.
Right.
Hang on, she changed her name to that?
Yeah, I think she's called Emelina.
And what's his name?
Well,
Do you want a minute to think?
It's Ian Howell.
Ian Howell?
Ian Howell?
Yeah.
Ian Howell and Emma Luna. And did you have a moon-associated name at that time?
I wanted one.
But you weren't old enough to get your moon
You hadn't
name.
earned your moon name.
They just kept calling you son. You're not ready yet, son.
How long are you doing this? How long are you howling at the moon for? You there
How
all
long
night?
for?
Yeah.
Just until we felt better.
Better? What was up with you?
It's very therapeutic howling at the moon.
But yeah, therapy for what? What was up with you?
Well, you know, the month gets a bit like...
Yeah,
oh,
you look at your hands, they've gone really hairy.
Yeah, yes.
We better howl at the moon.
I had quite a hippie upbringing, you know, it was just getting a one with nature.
So it's getting in one with nature. It was a bit of a hippie...
Feeling the energy.
How long
We just had a thunder moon, actually. Very powerful.
You've just had one?
Yeah, recently.
We have just had one.
Yeah, we did.
I haven't personally had a thunder moon. It's not like a moon. It's not like a dish. I had thunder moon last night. It was fantastic.
I had curry last night. I had thunder moon this morning.
Is Ian Claude's motorbike minder, Jordan's moonlight mate, or David's fried egg friend?
What I don't like about David's story is the idea that there was another... I live in the southwest. That there was another train in an hour. They're not that
brilliant. They're like once a day.
There's like 3 trains on that line from Bodmin.
You've been done. Wow.
OK, what about Claude and the motorbike?
The idea that he wouldn't tell his wife
Yeah, I think that's
that he's
silly.
bought a motorbike, I actually do buy. I buy that bit. The bit I don't buy is that he chooses a light entertainment show that's been nominated for 3 BAFTAs we've never won to tell everybody, mainly his wife, that that is what he's done.
All right, now what about Jordan and howling at the moon?
I'm liking this
I still don't know why. He said it's to make him feel better, but...
No, I had hippie parents and I had to do a lot of weird stuff.
What did you have to do?
Oh, we had to go and sit in circles and chant and shout in like, communes in Scotland. Yeah,
Really?
so I had to do weird stuff like that.
Am I the only one that just... We all had to go shoplifting at Preston?
I'm thinking Jordan.
OK, we'll go... Shall we go for Jordan?
You're going for Jordan?
Oh, it could be Claude. Look at his little eyes. There was just as I said Jordan then, you were about to turn Claude, literally, like the evil man with the white cat on the... He literally went... Just because of the menacing evil smile, I think we should change it to Claude.
You're going to go with Claude?
Claude.
All right, Ian, please reveal your true identity.
I'm Ian, and Jordan and I used to howl at the moon.
And were you called Ian Howell before you were howling at the moon, or did you change your name?
I was always called Ian Howell.
Let's hear the howl.
I once booked a holiday to Costa Rica because I thought it was in Spain. I only realised my mistake when I sat down on the plane.
David's team.
Where is Costa Rica?
It's in... between America and South America.
OK.
Central America, they call it.
Sorry?
Central America, yeah.
And you realised when you sat down on the plane?
Yes.
What made you realise?
When you sit down on a plane, it has a chair in front of you, unless you're the pilot, and it has like a little square on it with the map that you're going to go on. And it says how long the flight is going to be. And this flight said 14 and a half hours, which I thought was a long time to get to Spain. And...
Suddenly you're a geography expert.
Anyway, so it had all of the dots, and the dots were going away from Europe to Central America.
And who were you with?
By myself.
And where were you going at the time? Was this a holiday?
Yes, I was going to do a yoga retreat.
And when you booked the flights, was there no information about the landing time?
No, I booked the holiday, and this is bad, on a lunch break on my iPhone while crying. So I was paying so little attention.
OK.
I'd just broken up with my boyfriend, and the only time I had off work was Christmas and New Year. I decided that rather than being sad in the UK, I was going to go away and do something, like, really healthy.
So how did Costa Rica come into the picture?
Well, I was Googling yoga retreats, and when it said Costa Rica...
And in your mind,
Costa
you've always
Brava,
associated
Costa del
Costa
Sol.
Rica.
Yeah, it's
I see.
Yeah, it's
Costa
in Spain.
del Sol.
Yeah.
Costa-
Yes.
Well, there is
Yes.
a logic to it.
Of course.
OK.
Yeah.
And so...
I love the way you did that. I love the way you turned as if it was them that didn't quite understand that.
Did you get that from the
I
off?
think, Rob, I'm going to break the news gently. You're the only one in the room that hadn't actually thought.
I hadn't put two and two together.
Do you make this mistake all the time? Like when you go to Costa Coffee, do you think that was a lot quicker than that? It swings around about, doesn't it?
Yeah, the first time.
Now, what was it like?
Costa Rica? Because it's not in Spain, there's lots of different insects and scorpions that we don't have in Europe that we've banished, and they've all gone to Costa Rica.
What insects do you remember?
Tarantulas.
They're not insects, they're arachnids. So...
All right, David. OK.
Well, let's be factually inaccurate, shall we? Because that never causes any problems as you enter the 9th hour of your flight. Spiders are not insects. Costa Rica is not in Spain.
OK,
This is why education is so important.
I've just got one more question. Did you see any monkeys?
Yes.
What kind?
Black and white ones.
This has all been noted. Continue.
Did that help, the monkeys?
Yes.
Do you remember how you paid for it?
On a debit card. 'cause
Right.
Things are going fine.
Did you not think it's a little bit over the Spanish budget?
No, I didn't, actually. There's a couple of factors just to take into consideration. Number one, it was over Christmas, New Year, so everything's much more expensive.
You were going away for Christmas on your own to a yoga retreat.
Just split up with the boyfriend. Show some sympathy. Poor girl.
Yeah, but you don't want to be on your own at Christmas.
Don't fall for this. It's the classic bride and
Do you know
chat-up
what?
line. Yes, I do. Just say that.
Do you know, I've got a flat in the centre
There
of
we
town.
go.
You should come round there. All right, what do you think? Is she telling the truth?
I've got a few problems with this. I think you can get there faster than 14.5 hours. And there are howler monkeys everywhere. That's why I asked the monkey question.
Are they black and white?
No.
Oh, what colour's a howler monkey?
Sort of, I'm going to say russet.
You used to be russet, didn't you, Steve?
Certain areas, still a bit.
So, what are you thinking?
Oh, I don't. What do you think?
I actually now think it's a lie. I'm with you.
We'll go lie.
So, Sarah, was it true or was it a lie?
It was true.
The day I moved into my new house, I caused the whole street to be shut down and my neighbours' homes to be evacuated.
David?
How did you cause that?
Because we thought we'd found a grenade in the house.
You thought you'd found a grenade?
Yes.
Where did you think you'd found a grenade?
Please don't tell me it's round the cat's neck.
It was our first day in our new house and we were cleaning in the kitchen.
Where did you find the grenade?
On top of the cabinet. So it was kind of... So it was really old kitchen with low cabinets.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd found a grenade.
What did the grenade look like?
A grenade?
No, or what? Describe it.
Well, it was my husband that saw it first, and he climbed up, came down the stepladder very quickly and said, I think it's a grenade.
What you've done there is not a description of a grenade.
So then I went to have a look.
Yes.
And quickly came back down and said, yeah, it looks like a grenade.
What did it look like?
OK, it's what I imagine a grenade would look like.
And that will do.
Because I've never seen one.
My client does not want to answer any more questions.
Because I've never seen one in real life before.
And then what did you do?
We called the police. So the police woman came round to our house and she did the same thing. She went up the stepladder, looked on top of the cabinet and said, I think it's a grenade, better call Sarge. So she phoned
What is
back.
that?
Sergeant.
Oh, sorry,
You know,
I thought you
Sarge.
meant... I thought Sarge sounds like a thing like Spectre, doesn't it?
Cobra.
Yeah.
No, it's
Cobra,
it.
yes, Cobra.
Yeah. You thought it was an acronym?
Yes. Yes, well done.
Can I just
Special... No, you don't expect that, so credit where it's due.
Did anybody ask whether the pin was still in the grenade?
So at this stage, we're still trying to find out what it is. So the
Has
policewoman
Sarge
has
come yet?
So
Sarge? Is that an acronym?
No, it's not an acronym. It's a shortening of sergeant.
So then Sarge has
Thank
turned
goodness they didn't call for the constable.
Sergeant's there.
He walks in, does the same thing, up the stepladder, looks and goes, OK, think it might be a grenade. We're
I'll
in
have
our...
to call the inspector.
No.
Then, several hours later, the Prime Minister comes.
Nearly. At this point, he thinks, I think it might be a grenade, so he actually phones the bomb squad. So the bomb squad, really nice chap, walks into the kitchen. He walks up the stepladder, looked at it, picked it up, and went, it's a lighter. So...
He took the risk of going...
Yes. Because they are the only people, let's be fair.
He
no
turned round with his burnt face and went, finally, one that is a lighter.
They're the only...
Fifth time lucky!
That's why they do their job, because they know what a real grenade is and what a fake one is.
So, what are you thinking? Is it the truth?
What do you think, Sheila?
I'm puzzled by this one. There was a hesitation right at the very beginning while she tried to think up a story, I thought.
I think it's true because I like the detail of the policemen going up one by one and looking at it and thinking, oh, I'm not sure about this, I better get someone. And it makes a lot of sense to me that people would pass the buck down the line. I think it's true.
Right, true, lie, true, lie. Lie.
Anita, was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was... true!